Hello everyone, this is Vicky Stitch and Button for anyone that's new. Today is December 18th and this is my 48th video. Welcome to Flosstube. I don't have a ton of different things to show, so hopefully this will be kind of short. I do have a new project that I started, not as far as a stitching project, but you'll see what I mean. I've lost my mind with my organizational skills, and it's a whole nother thing. It's taken away from my stitching, but it'll be better when it's done. I know it. Anyway, so I have a finish, and I have an almost finish that I should have got done, but I wanted to get this other one done first. And then a plan, and then I received a great package from my friend Diana, so I'll get to show you all that. And there'll be future giveaways with some of the stuff she sent. So let's get into it. What did I work on this past two weeks? Very little on my No Place Like Home. I don't know. I think the only thing that I stitched on were some lazy daisies. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, since my last video when I did my whip parade, I have not worked on it. But I did those, since my last real video, I did a lot of back stitching. I have some more, just a couple of lazy daisies to do, and some straight stitches, and then, what else? Oh, French nuts, and I'm done. So this could still be done by the end of the year. We'll see. My next video is in 2 weeks, which happens to be on New Year's Day. So we'll see if that'll be a finish, for Finish That Stitch December. The other thing that I stitched on exclusively, but for the most part, is my Christmas Elves from Romy's Creations. This is it. I did the Italian version. Now you can email her at romina74@gmail.com and request this. You can also request to friend her on Facebook, or go to her website here, romyscreations.it, and you can get this pattern. She also has a couple other patterns that I showed last time, the one with the clouds, and did I show that? Where did it go? You should see all the stuff that's here because of my new project. I think I showed it though. I might not have. I don't remember. It was so long ago. It was her Santa Claus with the special fabric flare fabric. I think I showed it. I must have, because it's not here. Right? Anyway, you'll see it eventually, because I'm waiting for the threads from Elizabeth. She got the threads together. She's doing little thread packs, and she's sending me the threads so I can get that started sometime this year. I haven't fitted in quite yet. Anyway, so I finished Christmas Elves tonight. I was like, I can get this done, and I did. Here it is in all its glory. Let's pull this light over. How about that? Do that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is Christmas Elves. I stitched this on Fabric Flare fabric. Now, actually, it was Dove Stitch when I bought it, but I think he has something similar now. Apparently his parents were the ones that started the company. I didn't use the called for threads, but I did use Romy threads. I just chose my own colors. And I also added noses. They needed little pointed noses. But I finished that, and I am going to make this into a drum. I need to do it soon, don't I? I should have had this done already, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy with the finish. I did use 2 DMC colors. One was black and one was B5200 because I needed the white to really pop up that gray. So now it needs to be ironed and sewn together. What else is here? I want to make sure. Oh, I forgot I was doing a stitch along starting January 1st. It came up in my, I guess I'll do plans now. I I thought I was going to have year-long plans that I was going to tell you guys about. It's not going to happen. I think what this hat's itching me. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just sort of plan month by month, and there's a couple of things in the future that I do plan on doing for certain dates, but I'm not going to aggravate myself. So right now I have plans for January, set plans for January, and some that I'll throw in there also. One of the things that I do plan on doing is this one that popped up on my calendar, or else I would have forgot. Tina and I, Tina is Seaweed Otter on YouTube and on Instagram. We both have this chart, and it's called The Bee Comes. It's by Lila Studios. And when I had shown this before, she said she had it. Let's do a stitch along. I was like, well, I'm not going to do it this year. She said, no, that's good. So we've decided to start at January 1st. Let's see. I kitted it up quick. At first I messaged her. I'm like, are we still doing this? It's okay if you don't want to. But she's like, no, we can do that. So we're both like scurrying along, trying to get fabric and things. And why didn't I write down the color? I am almost positive. I'm going to write it down right now. I think. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay. I am pretty sure I went with, 32 count doubloon from Picture This Plus for the fabric. This is it. It's a great color. It's a good standard color for stuff like this. And all the floss that I have, I only had 2 called for colors, and I have it written down. I only had the carnation and the beige and the weak Stye Works. I have tons of weak Stye Works. But have no fear. Dead threads are always available. Plus all the other threads that I've been collecting. So I ended up putting together some colors I thought might work. One is one of the dead threads. It's this purple color. Let me see if it'll come up on here better. There we go. Lighting. Okay. Yeah, so this is the outside purple color for the leaves, if you look. And I had the inside purple color that it called for, and then I had the beige color. So then I chose this green from Victoria Motto and this yellow from Victoria Motto, and then I chose a Guest for the darker gold color, because it only uses a few colors, along with a whitewash and a black, which I think I'm just going to pull an off-white color, a light off-white, what's that, the 3865 or something like that. I think I'm going to pull that out. And then I'll pull out black, probably, for the black parts. The green that I chose is Garden Mint. The darker yellow that I chose is Gold Leaf. Love that color. The brighter yellow that I needed, I chose Spanish Gold. And then this is Caribbean Grape, and this is by Free Spirit Designs. It's no longer, but it's a nice muted purple that sort of goes with this other. This reminds me of like a powdered purple, this lighter one. So I thought that went pretty well. Anyway, those are the colors I chose, and I will be starting that January 1st. So I should have some little bit of a start by the time I do my video, right? I start earlier in the day. Oh, I ordered clothes from Wish for Frank's daughter, and they came in these cool Ziploc bags, and, you know, if I knew anybody that made project bags, you never have enough, right? So eventually it'll have a proper bag, but this worked great for that last minute. Let's kit that up. And it's Ziploc. Go figure. I have a couple of them in these bags already. Alright, so that's my plan for January 1st. January 15th, I told you guys I'm doing the castle, the Anhole Castle, so that's going to happen. For the January 1st sale, that is hashtag ABComes, ABEEB, ABEEComes COMESSAL. And you're more than happy, you're more than happy, words. You're more than welcome to join us or follow it on Instagram. I probably will post pictures throughout. I post a lot of pictures in like virtual stitchers or on my Facebook or Instagram or Jen the Whole Stitch and Caboodle. So those pictures will be coming up, and hopefully Tina will use the same hashtag on her Instagram. So if you want to follow it and or if you want to join along, let me know. Message me below or either comment or message me on Instagram or whatever. Definitely join along. The more the merrier. It's a really great project, and if I could kick myself in the butt and actually get it done for spring, that would be even better, wouldn't it? So, let's see. I had a few purchases, not many. It was just a couple of charts, and I know I have them here. Like I need any more charts, but we are starting another sale, and it's not until March. It's through Virtual Stitchers, the group, and I don't even know what day in March right now. It just came up in the events, but they were talking about it before. So they're going to have a stitch along with any chart that comes from the awesome patios. Okay, let's start with some more coffee. Okay. Try it again. We're going to start a sale with a chart that comes from Awesome Pattern Studio on Etsy. It's all one word. I will link it below. So I went and I bought 2 charts from them. I'm not sure which one I want to start yet, but I got a couple of months. But I bought this Mandala Dragonfly, and there's a bunch there that are so pretty. There's a couple of dragonflies there, but there's so many different patterns that I've already had in my favorites, so it was easy to just pick some. Plus, I think I ended up getting them while they had a sale, so they might have been like $4 a piece. Instant download, so I only printed the first page for right now. And then I also bought Betty Boop. I'm gonna have to clear out my Betty Boop bag to put Betty Boop in. I don't know. So we'll see. I think I want to do the Dragonfly first, though. So pretty. Pretty sure it's all DMC colors. That's fine. Makes it easy to stitch up. Another one that I just couldn't not get is one of Lindy Stitch's new ones, Rooftop Cocoa Shop. So I saw that this was available through Hoffman, but I figured I'd let Lindy get all the money and order it from Etsy instead. And I just think this is adorable. I might have to rechart the word cocoa to say coffee, because I'm pretty sure I'd definitely join a rooftop coffee shop before a cocoa shop. Just saying. That's cute. Not sure when I'll start it. But she also had a sale too, I think. I think she had like 10 or 15% off when I bought that. Alright. I will go with there's one more thing that one of my last purchases from the Crazy Annie. And this is the last of the Crazy Annie Stitchin' Ornament Club for Annie B's Folk Art. I actually like this one. This one's cute. Hot cocoa, 25 cents. That'll stay as cocoa because it's definitely a Christmas ornament thing. This came in the mail. It is the last one. I'm glad I kept on getting them because those last 2 were winners. So there's little star buttons on the back. Came with it. Goes on the corners. And that's the last one. And you know I didn't sign up for the new one, right? I also received a few Christmas cards. I received this cute one. This is from MJ. She's in Virtual Stitchers. And then I received one from my friend Betsy. Of course it has to have a cat. That's adorable, Betsy. I wonder if I can't... I know Craft Addict K, Carla, she's been keeping her cards and talking about using them for like floss cards and stuff like that, and I think that's a good idea. I received this one in the mail, I think just yesterday. And this one is from Lisa, Silver Stitcher. Thank you, Lisa. This is so cute. Yeah, a lot of people send with all the glitter and everything. Sometimes just a little bit of simple is really, really cute. I like that. And I could see that being a floss card. And then I got this, and I totally forgot to thank her. I feel like a big idiot. I received a card from Christine, Stitch All the Things. Blue, my favorite color. And it's gorgeous. So, thank you, girls, so much for the cards. Put this off to the side. Put this off to the side. And then I received a package. And that's why I'm moving stuff out of the way now. Get this bin here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this stuff in the bin while I'm going along. I received a package from my friend Diana. I did not realize this huge package was coming. And she tells me the Christmas bag is do not open till Christmas. Totally didn't read that until after I had already opened the Christmas bag. Sorry, Diana. I already called her and I confessed my sins. So, she, as always, sends me stuff that she's not going to use, but she knows I do these videos and she knows I do giveaways and stuff. So she's like, if it's anything you're not going to use, don't feel bad. Just go ahead and send it, do a giveaway, or send it to somebody you know who's going to use it. So, and it's always appreciated. Thank you so much, Diana. This is great. I was like giggling almost. Anyway, one of the things that she sent was this Lizzie Kate. By golly, be jolly. And I already have this one, so this will probably be a future giveaway. Alright. Another thing she sent was this ribbon embroidery kit. I probably won't stitch that. I've looked at ribbon embroidery. Apparently I should have done this video next Wednesday or something. I don't know. I even took a nap. Ribbon embroidery. So, as cute as it is, I will offer this out to someone, I'm sure. I'm trying to see. Okay. This one came, I think some of these are free pullouts from the British magazines. I think all of them are. This one's called Chalk Art Chart, and it is... There's no name. Pretty floral chalk art chart. That's it. So it says, how does your garden grow? It sort of looks... It almost reminds me of Mary Engelbreit, doesn't it? It's pretty. I won't stitch this, so this will probably be a future giveaway. Or I might know somebody that wants it. Either or. Pass the stash type thing. I have... This one is... Okay. Spring Sunshine. That's pretty. I probably won't stitch this one, but it is pretty. I have one that's a springy. It's almost like this that I'm going to do. It's a being company that I started the other seasons on, so there we go. That one. Then there is What a Scoop. I might stitch this one. I think this is by the designer that passed recently. Yes, Margaret Sherry. It's a Margaret Sherry, the Hedgehogs. Too cute. Or if Pam wants it, I'll talk to Pam and see if she might want it to stitch. I'm not sure if she wants to do it anymore. You know, just because you like one doesn't mean you want every one of them all the time. So I'll check with her first. But we could even share it. I could send it to her and she can send it back or something. But I think that's really adorable. I like that one. Then there is Fizzy Moon. It's a cute bear. I won't stitch him, so I'll probably offer him out also. That really is pretty. It's even got shading and everything, so that's really pretty. Alright. Then there's this one. Fairy Magic Key. Okay, so... oh, good. It's got a picture. Fairy Magic. That's cute. I don't know that I have anybody to stitch that for, so I will offer this or throw it in as a freebie in an order. I like to put free charts in orders all the time. And also there's a Summer Quilt Angel from the Cricut collection. It's just the chart. There's an idea what it looks like. So, let's see. I'll probably do a giveaway for this one. I did ask my Joan Elliott friends if they wanted this first. I wanted to give them first dibs. But they passed this one up. So I'll probably do a giveaway for this one. This one's a, I don't know, let me see. Elegant Countess is what her name is. Elegant Countess. That's a Joan Elliott. And this is like almost like a laminated paper. It's pretty nice. I wish all charts were like that. It's almost like you can color it in marker and wipe it off. That's what it feels like. Alright, then she sent me some magazines. I'll get to those in a minute. She sent me this kit, which I will do a giveaway for. I don't have anybody to stitch it for. It's called Our Little Sprout on the Farm. And it says Our Little Sprout. It's a burst sampler. It's full kit from Busilla. I don't know if you guys remember them. I don't know that they even make them anymore, Busilla. Anyway, so there's this kit, which I'll do a future giveaway for. Everything's in there. Hasn't been opened. There are also these two booklets, both by Rustic Collectibles. This is Fractal 89. Very colorful. I don't stitch fractals. I think it's pretty, but I won't stitch it. So I will offer it as a giveaway eventually. Or if a friend tells me they need it, that's fine too. And then another cross-stitch collectibles, words are very hard. Fractal 14. This one's wild. Look at that. It's going to be confetti hell in those little niches. But that is really cool. I can appreciate the art. Now I have 3 magazines, and for now I'm going to keep the magazines because, especially the one I'll show you. There's a Joan Elliott in this one. This one's Cross Stitch Crazy, and it is from whenever it came out, because basically that's not telling me a date. I don't know which one it is. Doesn't say. Oh well. It's this one. And there's a Joan Elliott in that, and I don't know who, the Snowman, I don't know who that is. Oh, and the Snow Dog. I guess that's a British show. You guys can school me on that. And there's also a Winter Robin wreath in there that's pretty cute. This penguin, and I really like those two. There's a polar bear, because when I was going through it, there's a penguin and a polar bear in there. And there's a whole bunch of little designs for ornaments and cards and stuff in here. Oh, here they are. And there's a penguin, a panda, and an owl, and a polar bear. Those are really cute. Those sweaters. So definitely keeping that one. And then this one's another Christmas one, which I thought was kind of cool. And I think this one's from Christmas 2018. Now, I don't know if this is the one that Pam stitched, or it was pretty darn close to the one that Pam stitched. But I think that's cute. That's a Margaret Sherry in there. And then there are some other things. Let me see. On the back it's showing some ornaments and stuff. Cute. Keeping that one. This one is really cool. This is an Ultimate Cross Stitch Cards. It's a book. And boy, does it have a bunch of different little ideas. These are great for smalls and exchanges and just little doodads that you may want to do. But there are some really cute ones in here. So that one is definitely staying in my library because you never know what you want to stitch next, right? These monkeys, I wouldn't even do it for a kid. I'd want to stitch it for myself. And there's Hedgehog and these little animals for Halloween. Yeah. Okay, then came my Christmas present that I wasn't supposed to open, and I did. Not only did I, but I started using the journal I was sent. So, first of all, really, Diane? Really? Well, you know what? His fangs broke off in transit, so he couldn't bite me. And thankfully, his craft herpes didn't get all over me. Okay? She wrote a note, spider killer. Oh my goodness. Alright. Then I received... Okay, there's the bag. It says not enough and too many whips on these socks. And they're warm. And it's skid, so I can wear them around the house. And I don't want to hear it. I know I'm in Florida. I know it's not freezing cold, but I am naturally cold. My feet are cold right now. But it is chilly out tonight. It's like in the 50s, and it's windy, and it's damp, and I get cold, so leave me alone. So, I like my warm socks. My feet are cold in the summertime. I think it's bad circulation. Okay, I'm going to take these out. Okay, she sent me this really cool sewing pattern. It's a sweet pea pod. So, I'm going to give that a try. I think that's really cool. Make those. And then she sent all these forms. And I bet you could do like either a little stitching or something. And jam it in there. Anyway, I think those are cute for zipper pulls and stuff on different kinds of things. Or maybe even like a frame. You could make one of them a frame if you wanted to. Put a little picture in. And there's a bunch of... Some of the centers came out. Pineapple. Don't put it upside down. And another flamingo. I think those are really cool. She sent me this, which I obviously love because I already bought it. This is the Little House Needleworks One More Stitch, and when you buy it, you buy the classic Colorworks with it. I bought this when I was up at Keepsakes in Ohio, so, like I said, she knows, I already told her, and she said, that's fine. She said, just go ahead and pass it on, so I've already found somebody to gift this to, and that will be going out to her soon. She bought me this Mirabelle, Angel of a New Dawn. Look how gorgeous she is. We don't have this one. This one's pretty. This one's going away. And there's this little box, and I know a couple people said they had one too. I think it was one of the free things that came with the magazine from the World of Cross Stitch, but it has all these little compartments in it. And of course, she couldn't send them empty, so she's got some great buttons in there. Handmade for you with love, some with flowers, and some random beads that she knows I do the beading and stuff, so I can make all kinds of beaded stuff. Yeah, that's all. But I think this is really cool. I didn't know that existed. And these cute scissors. Okay, somebody let me know. What's that for? What is that? I mean, it looks a little big to pull up just one stitch. These look like they do the trick better. So does anybody know what that's for? Put it over here maybe. This fits on there really strong. Flamingo fell. Because it sits on this. And I'm thinking I can bead something and put it on. I think that'll be cool. Love these. Thank you. And then she sent me a journal. And it says, but first coffee. Now, I don't journal per se, but I changed my mind on everything. But for right now, this is going to be my plans, my stitching plans. And normally I would want to do something where I could take the pages out and put them in order I want. Can't really do that with this unless you rip it out. So that's another reason why I've decided to go month by month and write down my plans. So for January right now I just have the Becomes and my Anhalt Castle for the two sales that I'm doing. And don't mind my scribble, my horrible handwriting. And then there's semi-sane challenges that I started writing down, so I could figure out what I'm going to do for that. And then there's a whole bunch of challenges going on. Everybody is losing their cotton picking mind over the challenges that have been announced. They're the year-long challenges, guys. Don't sweat it. They're for all year. One of them you can double dip. The other ones just take it as it is. You don't have to plan for all of them right now. You'll be good. And so that's where I'm going with that for right now. That's my plan for this. Because I'm not a big planner person, as much as I'd like to be, because I think that's really cool and they turn out really pretty. I'm not as good as it as at it as some people. Plus, I won't keep up with it. I know me. I'll get into it for a month or two, and then I'll just totally crap. So that was my great package from Diana from Philly. She's not on the internet much, but she watches me. Hi, Diana. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. That definitely made me happy. All right, last point of business is my plans for my new project. Okay, so some of the ideas sparked because I was watching. Carla has some really cool ideas, by the way. Carla sent me a card, and when she did, I think I showed you, she had these little matchbook things she put needles in, and so I made some to put in some of my packages that are going out. Why not? I think that's a great idea. I already told her I was stealing it. She said feel free, and I have tons of strips of linen and fabric that I just can't throw away because you pay for it. So I think that's great for that. And I put a bunch of those together tonight when I was on the phone. Anyway, I got that idea from her, and also she had sparked this idea by talking about her HAEDs and wanting to use floss cores, but then they dangle too low, and she wasn't sure how that would work for her, that it works for some things but not a HAED. And then I started thinking about how many, when you do a heaven and earth design or any full coverage, it says you need this many colors. Most of them are anywhere between like 80 and 95 colors, okay? Unless you go with max color like I did with Aqua City, that was 237 colors. But for the most part, it averages around 85, 90 colors for most heaven and earth designs. So naturally, you take that list and you're like, okay, I need to go buy all these TMCs. And it'll tell you if you need 1 skein, 2 skeins, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 17 skeins of black. Which I think one of mine does call for like that many skeins of black. Anyway, I was looking to see how much of the skein it actually uses. What I'm finding is, especially, let me back up, I'm trying to put this in order so I make sense. I have 5 full coverages. 5 HAEDs going on. 6 full coverages, I think. Oh my goodness, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 HAEDs. 1 Riolis kit, which is already kitted up and it's the way it is. And then I have the Anthill Castle, which is an Artisy, and it's a full coverage. That only has 22 colors. That one's already done. What I'm working on right now is my Aqua City. So what I did was I took all my full coverages one at a time, and I went through how many stitches each. Back up. You're not going to make sense if you say it like that. Okay, so I went through the floss usage for each one. Now what I did was I did the math. My friend Jen over in Virtual Stitchers had this chart, and if you need it, please let me know. What I'm going to do is, let me write myself a note. I'm going to upload this chart to my group, my Stitch and Button group, okay, on Facebook. If for any reason you can't get to that group, then message me here. But that's, I mean, give me a break, guys. As much as I'd like to share all the info, I can't be doing it 15, 16 different ways, okay? So, this is strands of floss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 fabric count, and how many stitches you'll get per skein. Okay? For instance, all my full coverage are 1 thread. So, what I ended up doing was I thought about how I cut up a skein. When I cut one up, I pull the whole thing out, put the ends together, match it up, put it like that. And when I stop, there are 8 pieces that are approximately 38 inches long, and there's 6 strands each. Okay, that's usually how I start out. Now, that gives me enough that if I'm doing the loop method to start my cross stitch, then that gives a good length. Now, if I'm doing 1 strand, obviously I'm not going to do the loop method, so I'm going to cut that in half, and that's going to give me a 19-inch piece. That's a 6 strands, 19 inches. Keep that in mind. So what I did was I figured out by my lengths and the number of pieces I'm going to have per strand, per skein, how many stitches I would get in a 38 inch and how many stitches I would get in a 19 inch. Okay, so I went with the count that I'm doing the project in, and I went from there and I looked up the floss usages with how many stitches they were going to need, and I figured out every single one. So, for instance, I don't know how many stitches it uses, but in number 350, it originally said it needed 1 skein, but when I looked, the number of stitches that it needed tells me I only need 1 6-strand piece that's 19 inches long, and that'll cover it for the whole entire project. Alright, so I already know how many, and I just kept it basic like that. Either I'm going to need the whole skein, I'm going to need so many 38 inches, or I'm going to need so many 19 inches. Keep in mind, I am cutting them all down to 19 inches anyway. It's just something I do in my head. So you can do it all just the one length and do it like that. So I have one here that takes 3 skeins. It's the black. Then I have here, I have that it takes 5 of the 38-inch lengths. So I pulled 5 38-inch lengths of that color, cut it in half, and put it on a card. What I did buy to do this are these comic book boards. And I know that a lot of quilters use these to wrap their fabric, which sounds like a genius. I might have to do, I don't know. I already did a lot with my fabric as far as arranging it, so I don't know if I want to take it on putting on these boards. But these boards, there's 100 in a pack. It's pretty thick. I mean, because the board is thick. And I have a paper cutter. It's one of those X-Acto knife ones. It's old. Works like a charm though. And I just cut it in half. This is pretty sturdy. I bought mine on Amazon, and it cost me about $15, $14 and some change. I have Amazon Prime, so it was free shipping. Pack of 100 for 15 bucks. It's a lot cheaper than buying the low-ran project cards. And the first hole punch that I used was a little bit smaller, and it broke. It was just too thick, and I was only doing 1 card at a time, but I think it's fine. It's a cheapo. So I'm using I think this is a 1-inch hole, or a half. Is that a half inch or 1 inch? I don't know. But hey, let's measure it. I'm sitting on a board that has, I think it's 3/4 of an inch. Anyway, so I'm using this hole punch, and I cut the boards in half, and I sort of did a little bit of, because I'm anal like that, and I figured out how many holes I can get and close enough, and I even put a little mark so I knew where to line up the hole next to it. I got 13 holes in each card, and what I did after I put the holes, I wrote the lines in between, and then, I mean, I could have stopped, but who cares? So I wrote the lines in between, I numbered the card, I wrote the numbers, according to the page I wrote all the numbers. Anything that took a skein or more, the 1 skein went on, I cut it, the 19-inch pieces, put the skein on, and then extra skeins are going in a baggie. And I have a baggie here somewhere. I told you, this is a hot mess. You should see. I mean, this one has 300 and something, so there's a lot of floss sitting on this table right now. Over 300 and, over 237 skeins, as a matter of fact. Okay, I can't find the baggie, but I do have a baggie that I marked as extra skeins, okay? So, you'll notice this is one 19-inch skein. Now, I don't like to keep mine extra long anyway, and since I'm doing one strand, it's great for me to leave it at the 19-inch, and it's not too long to get too tangled. I put all the numbers in order. I numbered all the cards, and then I think what I'm going to end up doing is hole punching them so I can put them in rings. So it could be like a book bound type thing. This is how far I've gotten. It does take a while. Like I said, it does take a while. And I started this other card. Now, once I put that on there, I numbered the cards, and then I wrote lines, and I wrote what number card it's going to be on. So that's going to be an easy reference. Like, I know that this number is going to be, this one's going to be on number 4. So I'm going to look for card 4 and then that number. This is going to say, I could have saved tons of money on DMC by doing this ahead of time. But, like, when I started the block by block, you know, you change gears to what you think is going to work. And who knows if this is going to work for me forever. For now, it seems like a great idea. Keep in mind, Aqua City is going to have 19 of those project cards. So that's why I bought a thing of 100 of these. And these are good for making even thread drops or something like that if you wanted to. You can use fancy scissors or make smaller. I can cut it across the you know, across the bottom and make a shorter project card for different things. I could spray glue some fancy paper on it and make it pretty. So there's options. There's options. I also made sure to write the name Aqua City on this because you don't want a random card showing up and you're going, oh no, what does it go to? Anyway, so I will put this chart, I will upload it to my stitching button. Flash chart. In case you want to download it, that's fine. I'm not sure. Jen said she may have received it from the woman that runs Artisy. She's not quite sure. She doesn't quite remember. I'm trying to see where she got it from, which it doesn't have a name on it or anything. So I will share that. If you need me to explain it any further on what I'm doing, let me know. Say something in the comments or something like that. We'll figure it out. I know sometimes how my mind works is not how everybody's going to understand it. But what I'm finding is, especially with the stuff that I'm like, so I have my master stuff here, and before I even open up the skein to take off what I need, I make sure I don't already have an open skein here. So some of them I'm putting full skeins, just putting them away as I go along, you know, and I'm going to do this for each one of my projects. Why I picked Aqua City first to do it, well, actually I did Anhalt Castle first, but why I picked Aqua City to do next is beyond me. It was just there, I guess. I was just like, there you go. Next. I mean, they're all going to get done, so you might as well just do them. And I'll sit here and I'll watch Flosstube, or I've done it when I was on Virtual Stitchers with them on Zoom. So it's something to think about. Anyway, that is, this video is a lot longer than I thought. Anyway, that's all. That's all I got. Holidays are coming up. I really don't have any plans. Frank will be working, which is fine. You know, I'm not big into the holiday thing anyway. Nothing against it. I'm good. Haley's going to see her brother in Colorado, so she will be gone as of Christmas Eve. So we'll be doing Christmas this weekend for her. Her birthday was today. As a matter of fact, it's her birthday. She turned 14. We gave her a birthday present yesterday. So she's like getting everything early from us. I think she's getting away with murder. Anyway, she's going to be getting away with murder this weekend because she's back here on Friday, and she will be scrubbing the inside of my dryer. Yeah. Apparently she left gum in her pocket. I found all these gum wrappers, like the silver parts, and there is gum stuck all inside my dryer. Like little bits of wisps all over it, even on the lint thing. I got the stuff off the lint. No, she is going to scrub my dryer when she's here Friday. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Then there a comedian does that. Yeah, neither am I. So she's got a little project to do. That's all right. That's all I got. Whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope it is a very pleasant one. A very yeah. It's not all about the presents. You know, I'd rather be happy and have no gifts at all than be miserable and have to put up with family that aggravates me. Like I said at Thanksgiving, I'd rather have no gifts at all for Christmas than have to, spend thousands of dollars on people I don't like and give them stuff that they're never going to use or appreciate, to sit around a table to eat food that you probably might not like because Matilda definitely is really pushing the Jello mold. It's just, I'd rather just be happy with no gifts and doing what I want to do than aggravate myself, and that's just the way I look at it. Other people, if you enjoy it, if that's what makes you happy, then that's great. Then you do you. You know, this is me. I am so over the stress that these holidays cause, and the ungratefulness of people. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, so don't go reading into it. All right. I'm just saying that we've all been there where we've thought long and hard on getting a gift for somebody and they never appreciated it. And or the other way around, somebody probably thought or didn't think about you and bought you something and you're like, you have to act like you really like it. It goes both ways. It really does. Anyway, I just hope you enjoy it in your own special way, no matter what holiday it is. I don't know if you're Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas. Uh, I know that there's Yule. Whatever you do, you. Maybe it's just Wednesday for you. Okay, and I hope you have a great one. So don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. And I will see you on New Year's. Bye.